we have our lovely client Therese here, and I've been doing Therese's hair for a long time. So we've oscillated back and forth with different colors, and right now we're doing a base color with some baby lights, but today we're just going to retouch her base. She comes in about every 4 weeks, so we are going to do chromatics, and we're going to glaze her ends with a demi-permanent. We use Shadesy Q Color Gloss for that. What is really great about the color that we've chosen for Therese is when the natural regrowth comes in, or the sparkles as we like to call them, the color that we're using is a tiny bit hollow so that it doesn't come in so inky. Sometimes we glaze, we don't glaze all the time. It depends on what we're doing and what we're going for. But Therese uses all the proper sulfate-free, paraben-free shampoos and conditioners, the Kevin Murphy line, as to not fade her color. So I don't have to worry about her too much. There are other clients that I do have to worry about, but Therese is definitely not one of them. So as you can see, it looks really great. All we need to do is really just retouch the natural sparkles, and that's what we're gonna do today. So it's always really important to me that we create a barrier for our clients. It's A, protective on their skin, and B, just kind of extra customer service so they don't get the stain. I usually do that with colors that are a level 7 or lower, so 7 or darker. So I use the Kevin Murphy Easy Writer. It's 12 essential oils. It works really well. What's really important for you to remember is when you're putting this on, to make sure you don't get it on the hair, because that actually is going to prohibit the color from penetrating and processing properly, especially if you're using a oil-based line like chromatics, and I know there's a lot of other lines out there that are oil-based, so you're actually creating a barrier that is going to hinder you covering the little front. So we are going to apply this barrier cream. Just work it into her hairline. To do the 4 traditional sections to ensure the color is being applied properly. Another thing with chromatics, because it is an oil-based, a lot of times stylists were used to colors, color lines that we have to really work into the hair. With the chromatics, you simply just lay it onto the regrowth, which then comes into play what kind of brush you like, and I'm very particular about the brushes that I use. So I used to use Toco Magico, which a lot of you young hairdressers out there will not know who that is, but it was a color line that came out a long time ago. I have found another brush by Framar. It's really cool. The bristles have, you can't really see it now because I put color on there, but they're feathered, and I can get a pretty good application into just the regrowth. So we're going to work like this in the 4 traditional sectionings that you learn even for your state board application. I'm taking very small sections so that I make sure everything is fully covered, so we have no natural sparkles that are peeking through. And then we'll go over how to apply the glaze in just a little bit. Alrighty, so now in the first 2 quadrants, we've actually applied the Shadesy Q Color Gloss. We have done 2 ounces of, 2 ounces total, but 1 ounce of the processing solution and 1 ounce of 09 GI. And I just needed something to give her a little bit of, a pretty tone, but she wasn't really missing that much color. We needed to equalize the porosity, which is one of my favorite things about Shadesy Q Color Gloss. And I'm just working in the same sections that I applied her base color in. The one thing about Shadesy Q that I think people forget not to do is to continually work it in. So once you've laid the product on the hair, you know, use your thumb and fingers to work it in down the hair shaft. It's neat because we're working a down motion. It's when we all know that when the cuticle is down and sealed, that's when it releases shine. So I'm just kind of applying it in a zigzag motion and working it through. So we're going to do this for the last 2 quadrants. And Shades EQ can set on the hair for up to 20 minutes. It can set on longer. So Therese will have it on for a total of 30 minutes, and her base color will be on for 35 minutes. So it'll take me 5 minutes to put this on, so that's the difference between the 30 and the 35. So yeah, we'll get to take a peek when we're all done.